Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have a banned episode for you guys. Now, again, if you do have any of these replays, guys, I do enjoy them. I really enjoy making these videos. So if you do have any of these banned replays, then I do appreciate sending them to meadsyreplays@hotmail.com. Otherwise, if you have me on Discord, you can also send me it through Discord, but preferably email, because it's easier for me to see them on my email. So a banned episode today. So we are watching this guy driving the Borzik. Now, fair play to the Borzik. He is using the proper camouflage. Now, we're going to look at this guy right here, the Pantera, who literally has no intention of playing the game, and it needs to be banned. Now, the guy on the email actually states that he tells the enemy where they are. I can't see the chat, so I've no idea. But honestly, even watching him here, it's just like, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, he's hiding behind the building. I think that is where he could be chatting. For some reason, maybe because it's a different server. I really don't know. I can't actually see what that guy is chatting, so I've no idea. I'm not saying he didn't chat. Honestly, I don't know. I can't see the chat, so we can't really go by the chat. But luckily, we don't really need to go by the chat in this replay. And you can see he's now moving along. So my guess, he had stopped behind the building to say something in the chat. I don't know. I have no idea. So you can see, I mean, the team, they decided not to go left, which is okay. I mean, they've all pretty much stuck together, apart from the tank destroyer, the turtle, who decided to go on his own. And you can see he's not the best of tanks to go on your own, because it's a slow tank. It's a slow tank, and yeah, you're just going to be torn apart. You do have frontal armor, but as soon as a tank gets behind you, then you're literally in a lot of trouble. So where is this guy? I mean, yeah, he's just flanked around the whole map, and then this is where he decides to just be an absolute idiot, like for no reason, absolutely no reason. So the turtle does die, and then here comes the Pantera to try and push the Borzik out the way. Again, I don't know if he's trying to push the Borzik out of the way or if he's just trying to block him. And I'm looking at this now thinking, yep, he's not trying to push him out of the way. He is literally just trying to block him. He doesn't want him at all. You can see the Pantera is trying to stay. I mean, what the frick was that shot? He's never going to get that shot. Behind the rock, the Rev, yeah, good luck getting that shot. So the Borzik does the right thing. Absolutely does the right thing in moving on. You get so many players nowadays that once they're in a position, even if they're being blocked, they're like, no, this is my position. I want to be here. So many players just stay there hoping the guy blocking will move. So the best thing to do is just relocate, you know. But then when you get a situation like this, where you're sandwiched up against another tank and the guy blocking, there isn't much you can do about that. So, and that's where it does really get frustrating, like so frustrating, because you do just want to relocate. He's not saying anything. You don't sort of rage at him. You just want to sort of get on with your game. Yes, you're being blocked. It's very frustrating that you're being blocked, but you know, you can't do anything. Where other games, at least you can sort of, if you're being pushed out of a location, at least you can just go forward, go into a different location, and then at least try to do something. But when you're being sort of blocked like this, sandwiched up against another truck, even though he's at the side, you still can't go forward or back. It's very frustrating. And he eventually does move, so he is able to move. Now, luckily for this game, the green team have smashed it. Like, they've absolutely smashed it. There's only one heavy tank left, so it is a 5 versus 1. So it doesn't really matter too much with 2 tanks taken out of the game. And I say 2 tanks because, you know, the Borzik's still going to try and do something. Now he's got himself in a situation where he can go forward. doesn't need to go back. So if the tank becomes a target, at least he can actually get the shot. At least he's not in the position he was just a short moment ago. But, you know, it's frustrating, but at least he's able to move now and potentially get a shot. And the Pantera at this point is just like, no, you know what, I'm going to get there first. I'm going to get there first. I'm going to do some damage. And, you know, at the end of the day, he does one shot there. Is he going to be able to get the second shot? No, he doesn't even manage to get the kill. But it's so annoying. Like, the fact that I know you get some players that block, have no intention to play. And I'm not saying it's right, but I find it even more frustrating when you have a player that is blocking but still has the intention to play the game. I just think it's so annoying. And ultimately, he only does 661 damage, which is around 3 to 4 shots. But I just find it so annoying, like, because he wants to play. Like, if you're looking at doing damage, what is the point blocking? Like, a tank destroyer there was in a TD position. He was in a tank destroyer position, not in a medium position. He wasn't doing anything wrong. Then why block? Like, there was no reason to block him. There was no reason to push him out. He was doing his own thing in a tank destroyer position, and he was doing the right thing, like, ultimately. And at the end of it, if you look at the result, the whole game, the whole team actually worked well as a team. I think if you look at the damage spread out between the whole team, apart from obviously the Pantera. But if the Pantera was to do another sort of 2 shots, then ultimately that is a good team. That's a good team that has worked well together. There's 2 tanks that died. Of course, the turtle that went on his own, which probably he was going to die if he's going on his own. But yeah, it's just frustrating. It is just frustrating. And even if you look at the enemy team, you know, apart from the bottom 2, they still did okay. They still did okay. Nothing like they annihilated them or anything like that. But yeah, it's annoying. I get it is annoying. And Wargaming, you know, I'll say it every video, and I'm going to continue to say it every video. Wargaming need to remove these players. They need to remove these players from the game to make it a better place, because ultimately, you know, I don't mind the rages because I think it's funny, but these kind of players that just want to block, you know, you have that famous D-Steves, the famous clan on NA, that all they are doing is joining the game in a platoon to block people. They don't want to do damage. They want to do the least amount of damage possible, and all they want to do is block people for their benefit, for their fun, really. And it ruins not only the player they're blocking, but the whole team, because they're going to lose. So Wargaming, do something about it, and finally, and just permaban these kind of players to make the game a better place. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.